welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Cheers for the Sauvignon Blanc again tonight. Is that better? No, well done. Well done. My lighting guy, my camera now, Mikey. Say hi to Mikey. Yeah, Friday night again. Yay. Have a few things to go over, so I'll let everybody join. Give us a little thumbs up, a little heart, letting Mikey know that you're there. He'll be saying hello to everybody when you join. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Let's see which one is this. So I might get to do some sewing tonight. There we go.
Claudia is watching.
Claudia.
Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Yeah,
Elaine.
Sue's a get up. I've been on the motorbike all day today, so I'm still
Dawn.
on my motorbike togs on.
Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Christine.
Hi, Christine. Hi, hi, hi.
Diamond.
Hi, Shirley.
Judith.
Hi, Judith. Oh,
Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine. This is what
Hillary.
I talk to you. Hi, Hillary. Oh,
Anne.
Hi, Anne. Hello, hello. I'm going to start sewing some bits because these need to be.
Sheila.
Okay. Hi, Sheila.
Kath.
Hi, Kath. I didn't get quite cut.
Lori.
Hi, Laurie.
Sue asks, is it gin or wine?
It's wine tonight. It's wine tonight.
Claudia says that looks nice on your lap.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about that.
Elaine also says that's pretty.
Thank you.
Judith, Sandy, Caroline,
Hi, Judith, Sandy,
and Carol.
And Carol.
And Carol says she's finally back in the sewing room after hip surgery.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hope that's going well. Hope that recovery is going well.
Susan, Mandy.
Susan.
Mandy asks if Link is joining in. He probably will be later.
Will at some point.
Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie. These are just some borders that I need to put on to finish the quilt for Sunday, so this is just a bit of what would you call it?
Judy.
Necessary sewing. Hi, Judy. Okay, let me just do this one and then I'll start telling you what's on the agenda for tonight. So let me start with a very early sneak peek. So as you know, I'm going to be on Sewing Street on Sunday, so I have the sneak peek of that, which you've already seen last week anyway, but this is it more done. And then I'm on again.
Diana.
Oh, hi, Diana.
Joanne, and Maureen.
Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Maureen. On again, probably. I need to have a look at the date. But it's every 2 weeks, so it'll probably roughly be about 2 weeks from Sunday. So the end of the month. And I'll be doing the attic windows again. And they have sent me some fabulous panels. So you get to have a sneak peek of the panels.
You or Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. So, oh, Kawasaki Green. Worked a treat today. Yeah, you get a very early sneak peek. This won't be on Sewing Street for at least a couple more weeks, but I'm just going to whet your appetite.
Barbara.
Because these are stunning. How gorgeous. Can you see it all?
Mm-hmm.
How gorgeous is that? That's going to be really nice. Nice British coastal view, if you can see it. So that's one of them.
Maybe in 15 years we'll be able to see that in person.
Yeah, we're coming out of lockdown.
No, they've already put the brakes on it.
No. Well, it'll happen.
Yeah, right. Well, 2050, sure.
Oh, exciting. We did actually, so it's Mum's 70th next year. So we have booked at least accommodation. The flights aren't open yet for Madeira for next year. So excited. So if anybody in Madeira wants to, do some hand sewing while I'm there, let me know.
I don't think we'll be out of lockdown by then.
So that's the sea view one, and then this one is
Joanne says lovely, great UK holiday view. Caroline says beautiful.
Nice country cottage. How gorgeous is that? So those are super sneak peeks for Sewing Street for in about a couple of weeks, just over.
Christine says Glasgow's back in lockdown.
Oh no! I thought Scotland just came out. Oh, please don't.
They've already hinted.
I know.
So this thing is going to go on and on and on and on because Chris Whitty will cry otherwise.
Yeah, so that's that. Sneak peek for Sunday, which is what I'm finishing doing the last border. I need to have one more border on it. But this is really nice. And it's going to come in, it's 3 different colourways. So you've got the green and the red, the burgundy and maroon. I mean burgundy and, not maroon, burgundy and teal. Although Michael called it purple, not burgundy. And blue and yellow. This is the red one. So I just love... If you like Victorian floor tiles, this is be right up your street. So I just got to finish putting the outer border on it. That will be my job for... If I don't get to it tonight, tomorrow for sure. Because it has to be done for Sunday. It's only a border on the outside. So that will be Sunday morning. So that's all my sneak peeks. And then yes, this.
Everybody is loving the panels and the quilts.
Yeah, the panels are really nice. They do a really nice job, and that's going to be a gorgeous window. Yeah. So you probably know this pattern, Trip Around the World. It's a pretty traditional pattern, but it's so easy. And I've got instructions. So what I thought I'd do is tell you sort of what you need to make either this size, or you can make a full bed size. The technique is exactly the same, it's just the squares are bigger.
Joanne says she loves my optimism. Think it may be a couple years after.
Well, so long as anything happens in the next couple of weeks while I'm doing my motorbike training, anything after that is fairly fair game.
No, you'll be all right. It's the June 21st where they said they were gonna no legal requirements on restrictions, that they're gonna probably push that back for whatever reason. I don't know.
I've still got my motorbike weekend end of June, so
you still should be able to go.
I hope so. It's all outside.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to Chris Whitty.
Yeah, so Trip Around the World. So if I tell you what you need, and like I said, you can do a small one if you want a taster, or you can go full blown and do exactly the same way to make a big one. And what I will do is I've got a really beautiful collection of fabrics which I haven't even put on the website yet, but I thought I would make kits up with to make a full bed size. So I'll demonstrate that next Friday. But what you need to do this is, so for this size you need 12. So 12 different fabrics, and you need 2 1.5-inch strips of each fabric. So if you haven't got a pen, I will say it again, but I would recommend getting a pen and paper so you can write it down. Or if you want to wait for the kit for next week, they'll be available as well. But that would be for the big size, not the small size. So that is 12 different fabrics. You need 2 strips width of fabric, 1.5 inches wide. And then of a 13th fabric, you need 4 1.5-inch squares, and that is the colours you're going to add to the corners.
Joan is watching.
And, or is it the middle? Oh, it's the middle actually, it's the very middle these are for. So the squares are for the 4 squares in the middle, and you need 1.5 inch square for the very center. So these ones in the middle are the only ones that you won't have as strips. So everything else is strips. Now if you want to do it as a full bed size, big size, then you need 4-inch strips with the fabric. That's half a meter, roughly half a meter, a little bit under. Half a meter of 13 different fabrics, and then 4-inch squares of your 13th colour, which is going to go around the middle, which is my lilac, and then 1 4-inch square for the very centre. So if you want to get those together, or like I said, if you want to wait for the kits next week, they're really nice fabrics, I have to admit. I've been saving them for something special, and I think this is perfect for it. Yeah, so you can get ready for that. If you want me to re-say those amounts, let me know. But everything is done in strips. So this top, I actually managed to do like from, I can't remember if the strips were already cut. I don't think they were. I think cutting, sewing, everything was done in a day. So for a wall hanging, it's a very quick way of doing it. Obviously it'll take longer for a full bed size quilt, but the techniques are exactly the same. I do love the rainbow. So have a think of if you've got something in your stash, or...
Judy asked if you could repeat. Apparently we froze.
Oh no, okay. So, for the wall hanging size, you need 12 different fabrics, and then from each fabric you need 2 1.5-inch strips width of fabric, and then 4 1.5-inch squares of your 13th fabric, which is what I've got in the lilac, and then 1 1.5-inch square for the very center.
Keep going. I'm sorry. Diamond said something very funny.
So yeah, and then if you want to do the big bed size quilt, it's actually a very quick way of doing a bed size quilt, and it's a very effective pattern. So you'll need 1/2 meter of 12 different fabrics, and then from that 1/2 meter you need to cut 4-inch strips with the fabric, and then of your 13th fabric, which would be this one, 4.5-inch squares, and then 1 4-inch square for the middle.
Your Sarah says it's happy bright pattern. Carolina would like to know how big is the one you are holding.
Well, I'm holding, I think it's about 30, or maybe, oh, that's 20. It's about 24 inches, 24 inches square.
And Diamond said her 90-year-old mother keeps telling her not to make large quilts because everyone will be sleeping in single beds in the future.
Oh.
Sandra says good evening from Glasgow. And
Hi,
Terry asks, could you make the small size from Fat Quarters?
Yeah, you could. You would need, because the Fat Quarters are basically 1/2 meter, isn't it? So instead of 2 of each, you'd need 4 strips, basically. And yeah, but yeah, you could definitely do it. So you'd have, if you had 12 Fat Quarters plus your 13 and 14th extra, but you only need a little piece from that. So that will be for next week, and I will show you, I'll have all the strips already cut, but I will show you how you sew them all together. So it's, yeah, sewing them all together and cutting them again, which is what quilting is. So, yeah, and I'll be using those fabrics, like I said, I'll have the kits available, so I'll, so you can just buy the bundle and then you'll be set, basically.
Lori says, love your quilt. We'll look forward to the kit.
Yeah.
And Christine is watching.
Oh, hi, Christine. So that is pretty, what time is it? Oh, it's only been 15 minutes. So that is it. If you want me to say if anybody joins in late and wants me to say the measurements again, let me know. Otherwise, I got borders to make. this quilt. And Michael wanted me to do, so Michael wants me to amend one of his shirts. So this t-shirt I actually made. So I've got patterns for Raglan Sea t-shirts, which are quite nice. So my thing has been to buy big size t-shirts and then cut them down and make them into raglan just by adding some sleeves. Michael had the idea that he likes that style as well, so he has a t-shirt that I need to adjust.
You said you'd start tomorrow if time permits.
I will start tomorrow.
Okay.
It was a choice of me making his shirt or going food shopping, and Michael decided that his shirt was more important.
There is a war on.
So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Christine says you might have John standing beside you soon if Mr. Whitty allows.
Oh, yay! Yes,
No,
hugs. We're supposed to be able to have hugs from Monday.
No, they're banned. They're banned. We'll all have to wear hazmat suits. Be like, what was that movie where everybody's in pods? It's a cartoon.
A cartoon? I don't remember. I remember some episodes. I think that was an episode of or maybe it wasn't Pods. Maybe it was something else. Twilight Zone, I'm pretty sure. Or Hammer Horror was another one that had some weird.
Joanne thought you were about to say that I was going to make it.
No. He just about cook for himself.
Beverly says the Jetsons. Joanne says Outbreak. No,
I don't remember what
it was I can't remember. It was an animated film, I think, where humanity is so far with technology that they don't have to actually do anything anymore.
Oh.
And they just basically lie on sofas all the time.
Oh, it was Wally.
Wally, that's it. Yes, Wally.
But they weren't in pods. They were
No,
in
but
floating chairs.
they're in floating chairs. No. And your Sarah says that you and her are having big hugs on Monday.
Are we saying that again?
Your Sarah says that you and her
yes,
are having big hugs on Monday.
We definitely are. Yes, we are, because I'll be passing my Mod 1. So, W hugs all around.
And Claudia says, careful hugs, whatever they are. Either it's a hug or not a hug. I agree wholeheartedly. It's just, you couldn't make it up. And Joanne says, Wally. Yes, it is Wally.
Yeah.
And Diamond says, putting a chicken Kiev in the oven is not cooking.
She knows you too well. He counts that as cooking. You should tell her the first meal you made for me.
What was that?
Well, you said you could cook.
Well, I believe I did. Could, to be
you
fair.
made spaghetti.
That's right. I forgot. I forgot the mince.
Yeah, Michael made spaghetti with pre-made pasta sauce. That was his fine dining cooking. There's Link. Hello, Link. Hello, my boy. Hello, my boy. Where's your cookie?
Lori says takeaway. No, unfortunately, that would require me talking on the phone, which is my kryptonite.
Yeah, Michael can't do that.
And Jackie says, have you seen Mark Francis with his own design on the furlough shirt? He was on Sewing Bee and apparently is now on Sewing Street.
Yeah, he's friend of John's. Yeah, I did. I really like that pattern. I think you'd like that one. I don't think you've seen it, but it's a nice. Looks like, I don't know if there's any buttons on it. I think it's a pullover shirt, but a smart shirt.
And Joanne says, years ago on the Royal Family, someone said they had cooked and it was Philadelphia on toast. And Claudia says Michelin star cooking. And yeah. I thought the only thing Michelin were tires, but I have no idea. But
I know.
Oh, Jackie said that should read Turlo.
Yeah, Turlo. Yeah, that's why I thought it was Turlo. I wasn't sure if, because I've seen it as Turlo. What is Turlo? What is a Turlo?
Turlo was a fifth Doctor companion in Doctor Who. Turlo. He was assigned to kill the Doctor by the Black Guardian.
Oh, I think I remember. Wasn't he the redhead?
He was the redhead, yeah.
Ginger?
Laurie says, just eat on the app, no phone.
I don't know if we get that out here.
Link, you need your claws.
I did cut.
Yeah,
oh, I cut some. It doesn't lay still long enough. You can only do like two at a time.
Diamond asked, did they used to call that sort of collar a granddad collar? Mark's pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I always thought like a granddad collar was more like well, it's not a mandarin collar, but one that, yeah, it doesn't
fold.
It doesn't fold. Look, Michael's got a shirt on at the minute that I made for him, although it's a night shirt. That is a granddad collar. Same thing. Yes. Yes, it is. Hello, my boy. Who's your good kitty? Are you helping? You do good helps. Yes, you do. You do good helps.
Jackie says Turlo is his surname and he designed the shirt.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So we're not talking about the Fifth Doctor companion.
Well, I hope you'll think of me tomorrow. I've got more motorbike training tomorrow, but I think it is going to team it down with rain. But that's okay.
Sue says, bit like a shirt-length caftan.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
Ooh,
You'll have to show me a picture.
Yeah, I will. I like it because there's no buttons. Although I did buttons on your shirt. That shirt actually came out pretty good.
You did buttons on the opposite side, though.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, it's strange how I don't understand why men and women's shirts buttons are on opposite sides.
So that might be, I don't know. What I heard was men's shirts fold that way because when they would pull their sword out, it wouldn't catch on their shirt.
Like, I don't buy that because when men were wearing swords, they wouldn't have button-down shirts.
That's what I heard.
Christine says your nails go well together with your sewing cabinet.
Oh, I do.
And your Sarah says, remember, it's just like a naughty ride.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be good. We'll see. Tomorrow's a whole day of training actually on the site, so.
And Diamond says, don't panic. No chance she's actually going to make you one.
It might happen. It could happen.
I wonder if it was a trade thing between a tailor and a
like a seamstress.
Seamstress.
I don't know.
Somebody should research that.
Oh, big tractor just went by. That's unusual. Don't usually come down our street.
And Joanne says, wouldn't that depend if you were left or right sorted? Left hand, right hand sorted. Yeah, I would think so as well. And Annette asks, what did you think of the children's unisex raincoats on the Sewing Bee? Seems to have caused a lot of
controversy.
Fuss. Did it?
Yeah, the person who got Garment of the Week, a lot of people have said that they didn't think it was a unisex.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Would you wear unicorns? You'd wear unicorns.
Yeah. I wear Care Bears. The only thing I don't seem to be able to wear is my Star Trek comfy wear fabrics. And Jackie actually just mentioned it in Star Trek fabric,
You
question
buy
mark.
me the Star Trek fabric, I'll make them for you.
No,
Besides, I've made you comfy trousers that you don't wear already.
Well, I only can wear one pair at a time.
Yeah.
Christine says, I think ladies' clothes open to the left to help their maids dress the mistress.
Oh, that could be. I bet John would know.
And Carol says, I thought it was to do with ladies having maids to help them dress.
Oh.
And it's easier to do them when you're facing someone.
I see.
I'll have to do some Google and report back.
Yeah. But I thought you see, what I understood to be the unisex coat pattern is that the pattern itself is unisex. So it could be for either or, because sometimes, well, I guess a coat is a coat, but...
Well, I don't understand, because the unicorn's on the royal seal, coat of arms.
Yeah, but I think I mean the actual pattern, because you could get some, like, girls' coats you can have like a skirt more, and that was more of a, could be for either.
I don't know.
I don't know. I liked them.
And Dawn says, you must have got to wear all your PJs this week. Actually, for my holiday, I was actually dressed quite well for me for a holiday. I've been in pretty much jeans.
You were in shorts.
And shorts the last couple of days. Yeah. Well, it's holiday, isn't it?
I think really somebody ran out of clean jeans.
No, I still have. No.
Do you?
Yeah. And Diamond says, not only not unisex, she had made the pattern so many times, Andrew was robbed.
Andrew, I'm trying to think. Oh.
Yes. I agree with that one.
Which one was Andrew again? Remind me.
Well, he was the...
Oh, he did the reversible one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good one. And I have to admit, I felt really bad for Adam, because I really liked Adam.
I think he got robbed this week. He just had a bad day. He had a bad day.
Yeah, but I think, at least for me, of all the patterns and fabrics, I really liked, if it had turned out nice, I really liked his coat, fabric, and pattern.
Jackie says, but the unicorn coat had a big plaited tail down the back. It did.
Yeah, I did think it wasn't necessarily child safe because of playing and stuff, but it was a lot of fun.
I think they were all wrong because, again, the pockets were opened up and water will get in with the rain.
Oh, yes, but that one, you said one
Except for the one.
Had closed pockets. Otherwise, they had open pockets and it would be useful in the rain.
And Judith says, apparently buttons were invented in the 13th century. Oh, well, I stand corrected. Really? Really? No, I'll have to do some Googling. And Lori said they said the reversible coat just did not fit right.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
well, yeah. They went with the bling.
It'll be interesting next week. I am sad though. Who went off? That's one border. Woohoo! That's one less I have to do tomorrow. Yay. Let's see. Oh, that should be enough to fit along here. What are you doing back there, Luke?
And Joanne says the Smithsonian website mentions swords might be the reason, but basically they don't know either.
Oh.
It's probably just, I guess. It could be the thing of people saying with maids, and it just carried down as that's just the way. But men would have had butlers, and I mean, like,
Yeah, it could just be one of those things that the men's probably came first, I would have thought, and then to differentiate it from a male-female garment, because you have to apparently. They probably just said, "Oh, well, we'll just put the buttons on the other side." Could be as simple as that.
Could be. Christine says, "I'm surprised Adam was voted off because he was in the top set nearly every week."
Yeah, he did, and he did good. You know, for the other two challenges. I mean, he didn't do bad for the other ones, but they seemed to put a lot more weight on the last challenge than.
And Claudia also mentioned something we talked about when we were watching it. As usual, the rain jackets were too short, so wet bums and some too tight. Their tape measures are wrong, as they did that to the men's jackets. We said the same thing too. They're a bit short.
Yeah, there was one. I think it might have been the reversible one. It did look a bit short on the lad. But I have to admit, hats off to them doing it timed. I don't think I could ever do that.
No, I'd rather see you on the Great British Bake Off and go up against Hollywood. I'd pay good money to see that.
Apparently, Catherine saw him the other day, like driving past in his Range Rover.
Okay.
That was the talk of the WhatsApp group.
Your Sarah said, Alexa just said men's buttons are on the right side, as most men are right-handed.
I think Alexa is a bit... That's a bit of a reach, Alexa. Women aren't? Like, come on, Alexa. You can do better than that.
Anne is watching. Sorry, I'm a bit late. What's under the machine tonight?
Remind me then. I'll recap. Once I've done this one, I'll recap the trip around the world for next week then, for anybody that joined late.
Diamond says, probably because men couldn't open the buttons on a woman's shirt if the buttons were on a mirror image back in the day. Just saying.
That's probably more true. For easy access from the mankind, the menfolk. Yeah, I can believe that. Typical. See what the patriarchy inflicts on us, my love.
And Joanne just mentions again, other websites agree on men's shirts with military dress swords, etc., and women's button differently to allow for women to hold their babies on the left. Also allows for women to ride side saddle without buttons catching. Annette said, Alexa made me laugh out loud. She's guessing again.
Yeah.
And your Sarah said, Alexa always tells the truth, you know. She is always listening.
Well, ours isn't because it's unplugged.
Yeah, no.
Well, I plugged her in and she doesn't work.
Well, you gotta... really?
Yeah, I plugged her in and she just kept going round and round and round. Because I was going to have her play music or something. I don't know what I was going to do. But...
Joanne adds, not sure you would do both at the same time. Baby and side saddle.
Oh, yeah.
Diane is watching.
Oh, hi, Diane.
And Jackie says, I was thinking that Emma, you would knock them out of the park if it wasn't for being time critical.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, weapons were often kept on clothing, so they needed to be able to get at them. Yeah, I like doing the clothes thing. I actually finished my dress last
Saturday morning.
And Sarah
I get bored.
says that means Alexa can't find the Wi-Fi, so
Oh. Maybe, I think you might have to reset her on your phone or something, because isn't she linked to your phone?
no, that's true. She is, but I would. Well, we'll plug it in. I'll plug it in tomorrow and figure it out. Joanne says, has our Alexa gone in lockdown? And Sue says, Siri is no help either.
Oh. I think that Siri, I might have Siri on my phone. She keeps interrupting me, like asking me questions. I'm like, stop listening to me.
They're just there to help.
Yeah. Until they can't do that, Hal.
Which one is Siri? Who's Siri? Is that... Because Alexa's Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah. Or maybe Siri's Apple.
Siri is Apple.
Is it Apple? Oh, I don't think I've got Siri. Isn't there another one? Is it Cortina or something?
Could be. Christina, sorry, but what are you sewing? It's borders.
Oh, yeah, I'm just putting borders. I'm just doing boring sewing at the minute. Borders on I'll show you. It's a sneak peek for Sunday Sewing Street. I'm just finishing up putting the outer border on it.
Sue says yes, Apple. Oh,
Oh.
Your Sarah says Google. So is that...
Oh, okay. That might be what I've got then on my phone.
And Joanne wonders how many people's devices are going off. And your Sarah says
Thread just broke.
Cortana
Yeah.
is Android
Oh, okay, that's what I've got.
data.
My thread just broke. It always reminds me of a Ford Cortina, that's why I call it that. Who thinks of these names? Oh, need I ask? Men. Nerds.
Jackie says, unless you live on your own and a random voice suddenly calls out some information you never asked for.
Yeah! Yeah, don't tell Michael, but I've been wondering with the Echo, maybe I can make some weird noises while I'm not here. Tell it to do things at certain
Yes, that's hilarious. Oh, the wittiness and the humor. And so, as people know, we changed our Alexa name to Echo.
Tell them about Andrew's Echo. That you changed.
Oh, yeah. So I have a colleague at work who's also very much into Star Trek. And he has Alexa all over his flat. And it controls everything in the house. He has it set up that way. And he changed his to computer. And if anybody watches Star Trek, you know they always say computer this or computer that. And one phrase is computer lights, to turn the lights on into a room or what have you. Well, he has that set up at his house. And when he set it up and he went down to have tea, he obviously had a Star Trek on to watch it with his tea. And the first thing the show said was computer lights. And it shut all the lights off into his flat.
Oops.
Your Sarah says, yes, you can. I've done it with Tom.
Good to know. Now I gotta think of some.
Oh, yeah, but the cat's out of the bag now, so now I'll know it's just to unplug it. Diamond says her husband changed his to Echo, but keeps forgetting and calling her Alexa.
got 2 borders, so that's halfway done. So that'll be done, finished tomorrow, after your show. So this is, for those who joined late, this is a sneak peek for Sunday. This is the porcelain tile quilt, made from a panel, plus some extra fabric. But I just love how it's, if you like Victorian floor tiles, this would be perfect. So I'll have to finish that up tomorrow.
Jackie says, no, not random noises, just lists of jobs. Well, those are easily not done. I'm a union man.
Yeah. Right. So anybody who joined late, Trip Around the World quilt. I'll be demonstrating this next week. And you can make it in 2 different sizes. So this is the wall hanging size, which we said 24 inches square. This is the first one I did. And if you want to make that, and you can make a bed size quilt as well, the technique is the same, it's just the size of the strips and how many strips you have that changes. So you need 14 different fabrics in all, but from 12 of them, to make this size, you need 2 strips width of fabric of each of your 12 fabrics, 1.5 inches wide. So 2 strips 1.5 inches wide from each of your 12 fabrics. And then from the 13th fabric, which makes the squares around the centre. So mine are lavender. You need 4 1.5 inch squares and 1 1.5 inch square for the very centre. Now if you want to make a bed size quilt, pardon me, you need 4 4-inch strips width of fabric of your 12 different fabrics, and then 4 4.5-inch squares, sorry, 4 4-inch squares for the centre bit and 1 4-inch square for the middle. Now for the bed size quilt, I will be making up kits next week, and I'll be demonstrating from the kit from some fabric that I haven't even put on the website yet. So there'll be everything that you need to make a full bed size quilt.
Claudia says, just leave it a few weeks and I'll forget.
Yeah, you will.
And Lorna is watching.
Oh, hi Lorna. Hi Lorna. Yeah. Oh yeah, seriously, everybody's in Madeira or knows anybody in Madeira that wants to learn hand piecing, hand sewing, hand piecing next year. Let me know, because
maybe.
I gotta go. We gotta get out of this country.
No, we're not allowed. We won't be allowed.
Gotta travel.
No. See, the thing is, we can't leave or go anywhere, but they won't shut the borders. So other people could come, but I don't know how that works. We're an island, after all.
Anyway. So we'll finish it there. We'll leave it on that, well, sort of on that note. Yeah, so that'll be for next week. We'll do Trip Around the World. I'll show you, if you have all your strips cut, I'll show you how to sew them all together, and then subcut them again to sew them all together. If you want to wait for the demonstration and then buy the kit when it will be ready next week, that's great too. And yeah, I'll let you guys have a good weekend.
Anne says, what are you making with John this weekend?
Oh, John, I am making the porcelain tile quilt. So this one from a panel. So there'll be a kit. They'll have it in the green and red. They've got it in the yellow and blue. So blue instead of green, and pale yellow instead of red, and a maroon. So maroon instead of green, and teal instead of red. And all from a panel. And also I've got it's called Cattails, a Cattails quilt kit. And it's all, I showed the fabrics last week. They're behind Michael, otherwise I'd show you again today. All cat related fabrics. It's just one block. It's a kaleidoscope block, so you've got lots of practice to make a kaleidoscope block. If you do want to see that one, I would recommend watching the demo on Sunday, because the instructions are a bit sparse. So a bit Great British Bake Off challenge level instructions. So basically do this, do that, without any of the, you know, little nuanced techniques that you should know to do that block correctly. So that'll be Sunday, I think. Oh, hopefully with John. Is John working on Sunday? I don't know. I never know until I get there in the morning, so it's always a surprise.
Joanne says, when will we get a holodeck for travel? Agreed. Caroline says, look forward. Jackie suggests that there may be a British Women's Club or International Club you could contact.
Oh, that's true.
Anne says the maroon and teal sounds great.
Yes, see, I really, that's what I'll demonstrate on. I like that colourway. And Jess as well, that was her favourite.
Anne says yes he is, and Lori also says yes, John is working.
Okay, it'll be John. Okay. A day too early for hugs though. That'll have to be next time. So I'll let you go. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye all.
Good night all.